G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy. Today I am reviewing the long-awaited Weltool T2 TAC. Let's check it out. Alright, in the box you will get your certificate of quality check. Boom, boom, there we have it. You will get your Weltool T2 user manual. You will get your single-celled charger, and that is going to charge your 3000 milliamp 18650 3.6 volt battery. Just slip it in like that. And then here you will see 4 blue bars, and it will be flashing at whichever bar it's up to. Each bar represents 25% battery. That is your cord, so it's a standard USB-A into a micro USB. And the micro USB attaches there into your charger. You will get a spare O-ring. Thank you very much, Weltool. And you will get the light itself. Have a look at that. Now, this is in the OD green color. Far out. Isn't that beautiful? Here it is next to the original Weltool T2 in gray. Now, I will do a comparison video on these two eventually, guys. But just to let you know, this here, the T2, is a brilliant multi-purpose light, okay? Multi-purpose. This, however, is your tactical best friend, and I will go over exactly why that is. All right, so let's install the battery. Before we do, there is your beautifully long contacted spring there, and down the bottom there, you have another spring, typical Weltool, like that. Beautiful threads. Have a listen. Oh, yeah. Now, one major difference between the T2 TAC and the T2, guys, is the T2 TAC does not, its head does not come off, okay? So it's one whole piece here, except for the tail cap. Just a heads up. Now, design and feel. Well, the design is fucking perfect, if I'm being completely honest. The bezel here, in my opinion, is a perfect strike bezel. Not too aggressive at all, but definitely better than just a flat bezel, in my opinion. Now, moving down to the head, you've got the THC through-hole cooling system, and then you have some heat sinks here. And then if we move down to the body, you've got the typical Weltool machining and knurling here. Really great for grip. You've got the bulletproof pocket clip, which, you know, still yet to find a better pocket clip than Weltool. And then moving down to the tail as well, you've got that awesome pattern of knurling here, then a sink here, knurly here, sink here, like that. And you've got your very, very responsive, forward clicky tail cap. All right. Now, one thing I love about Weltool's tail caps are they are very, very tense. They've got a lot of resistance, and that makes momentarying very, very easy because you're never going to accidentally click it on. You really have to push to click it on. So I love that about Weltool's tail caps. Absolutely love it. Now, in the hand here, it just feels like solid one piece. It becomes your hand, basically. And the reason for that, in my opinion, is because it's an 18650, so it's the perfect width, but also the tail cap kicks out just enough from the body to really fit in between your pointer finger and thumb here, so it's not going anywhere. I mean anywhere. That is just staying there solid. You can hit with it, you can momentary, you can constant on. It's not going anywhere. So really, really beautiful light. Very, very happy with the ergonomic feel of this brilliant, brilliant piece of machinery. Now, the measurements of the T2 TAC are 13.4 centimeters from the end of the bezel to the end of the tail clicky, all right? The width of the bezel comes in at 2.6 centimeters. The width of the body is 2.3 or 4 centimeters. And then the tail cap kicks out nicely to 2.6 or 7. So only a couple of mil difference, but as I said, massive, massive difference in feel when the tail cap is a bit more kicked out than the body. Now, including the battery and the pocket clip, your T2 tack comes in at 141.85 grams, which is a really, really nice weight for carrying, for sticking it on your pocket, sticking it in your pants, but also striking if need be, all right? Now, let's go over the UI of the Weltool T2 tack. This is my favorite part because this here is a absolute brilliant, perfect tactical light. Pure tactical, okay? Let me explain why. So I honestly feel like putting this down and giving Weltool this. Well done. Because for anybody who knows this channel and who's read a little bit about the About section of it, my purpose of buying and selling lights and looking for lights is to find the perfect light, okay? Now, I did find that in the ThruNite TN12 Pro. I thought it was brilliant. Good mix of candela, good mix of lumens. But also, you know, there's a lot of noise in that light as well, right? In my opinion, this is just my opinion. Now, the Weltool T2 tack has removed all that noise. It has kept the lumens. So it has 1900 lumens, brilliant, enormous hotspot, SFT 40 LED, 46,500 candela, throwing distance of 431 meters, right? So it's a single output light, or is it? So momentary, as many times as you want, you're still going to get that 1900 lumens, 46,500 candela, all right? So that's what makes this light a tactical light, because every time you click it, you're getting the tactical setting, blinding light, okay? But the way Weltool has incorporated a lower output is very impressive. So they did this with the T19 Rash, and I was a bit iffy about it, but I understand why they've done it now. Now, the T19 Rash for me wasn't a great tactical light because the color rendering index was just a little bit, the Kelvins were too low. I wanted some white light. So this is the perfect light for me, okay? Now check this out. If I want a low output of 53 lumens and 1,200 candela, this is all I have to do. Softly touch the tail cap 4 times and then click on. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. Look at that. There it is. So this has a hidden low mode of 53 lumens. And that output is going to run for 22.5 hours, my friends. Whereas that output is going to run for 1 hour and 21 minutes. So this has incorporated white blinding light along with a hidden 53 low mode output for those tasks where you just need to see low modes, where you just need to see up close and don't want to blind yourself with 1900 lumens, okay? So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, press. There we go. Now, the reason why Weltool has hidden that behind 4 presses and then a long click is because you want to be able to momentary as many times as you can and not accidentally go into a lower mode. If you're momentary to get into somewhere or you're momentary to get out of somewhere, you don't want to accidentally get into 53 lumens. You want to stick with the 1900. So for that reason, it is a brilliant tactical light because you have to be very intentional for what output you want. And I love that. I am so impressed with this light. It is such a brilliant light. Now, there is no memory mode because you don't need it. It's very intentional to get to the low mode. And apart from that, it always comes on in the 1900 lumen output. And it does have a lockout, but you just need to turn the tail cap. That's it. Now, with a low battery level indicator, when the battery starts to get low, when you have the light on, it's going to flash, all right? And then the quicker the flash, the lower the battery. Just change it when it starts to flash. Very easy. Now, if we just have a look at that beam profile there, that SFT 40 is doing its job with a beautiful tight hotspot. Gorgeous spill. Piss off. That's so gorgeous. Check it out on the wall there. Really nice hotspot. Blinding light. Amazing amount of very circular symmetrical bleeding. and then straight into the spill, which, you know, is typical Weltool spill. And you've got this little area out here, which is, I'm guessing, from the anti-reflective coating bouncing off the bezel. All right, so let's head off to some night shots, and then let's come back for some final thoughts of the Weltool T2 TAC, aka my favorite light. See you in a sec. All right, fuck me, that is so impressive. Honestly, man, what you do you need anything else apart from Weltool? Seriously, they are such good lights, and I am so impressed with this light. And how good is the green as well? That's a friggin' nice color. It just works. Everything about this light works. It's just awesome. The pocket clip retention is ridiculous. And actually, guys, I've been using this every single day since I got it, and it's perfect because I was using the T14B at one point because of the high amount of candela. I wanted that as like my on my person light, as my EDC light, and then another smaller light. But this is the 2-in-1. Really, it's got the amount of candela enough to blind someone, and then it's got the smaller output, so you can access that if you want to see up close and not blind yourself. It's got the strike bezel here if you need it. Hopefully you don't. And it's got enough runtime to last you the day, and then bring a spare cell if you need to. Really, it really is everything in one. As I said, I am going to do a review comparing this one and the T2, and we'll see how they stack up against each other. But as it stands, guys, this is my favorite light, and I am so impressed with how it works. Now, this light is currently at lightshop.com.au. It is up for $175. And I will put a discount code in there, guys, to get some 5-10% off, something like that. But seriously, guys, if you are on the lookout for a tactical self-defense light with also a hidden option to use EDC and for more practical situations, this is the one for you. In fact, I would strongly suggest to go get the T2 TAC and the T2, but that's me. I'm a psycho. So if you're looking for just one, then the T2 TAC will do just fine. You can get it in black. You can get it in OD green. I love the OD green. It's just bloody brilliant. And I think that's it for me today, guys. I better stop now. Otherwise, I'm going to keep talking about this light and start to probably lose some viewers. So look, stick with me on my channel, because I am going to do a complete Weltool video with all my Weltools and how I use them in my day-to-day. And that's going to be accompanied by a short self-defense video on how I use a light in a self-defense situation. So stick around for that. But until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to stay cool and stay safe. See ya.